Uh, well, hello. Hello, all my dear followers everywhere. I hope this session finds you all well. Today's session will be session number 5, module 4. And module 4 will be about customer support. Customer support. So we will work with the customer support today. As you know that every module we work with the certain specialty actually, but this time we'll be working with the customer support اللي هو دعم العملاء. Okay. So what is the title for today's session or module? It will be examine key information. Always, what do customer support do? They examine key information اللي هم بيفحصوا طبعا ال set of questions المعلومات الأساسية for the users. Okay, let's see what do we have in this module. Actually, it's as we can say, let me give you an expression that we say here. This module, you will find it a piece of cake. A piece of cake. A piece of cake, يعني a very easy module. This is the easiest one that you can, concerning vocabulary, listening, you will find everything is not as tough as the one before, for example, like module 3. Okay, so module 3 till now was the most difficult, but right now, module 4, let's see how about it. Okay, as we all know is that we start from let's first share the screen so that we can. Okay, so well, sharing the screen, look at module 4. As you can see here, I am telling you that this is customer support, examine key information, as you can see. And let's have a look at all the sections. Section 1, as we used to, grammar. Well, this grammar, adverbs with polite requests. Okay. Section number 2 will be listening, going the extra mile. وهنشوف يعني ايه going the extra mile. Section 3, grammar. We'll talk today about idioms. I will tell you what do I mean by idioms. And section number 4 will be the reading part, is that which we always start with. And well, actually, our reading for today is about asking a customers questions. Always, what do the customer support do in any kind of a problem or anything? They do ask customers some questions. Is it so important as a customer support working in this section to know is that you have to be asking the customer some questions or not? Let's see how important this is. Okay, before we start reading the text, we always just highlight some new vocabulary and expressions. Exercise number 1, vocabulary. Select the correct answer. Option that means the same as each sentence. كلنا متعودين على الexercise ده. Question number 1. Okay, what do I mean when I say answer a call? Answer a call. What do you think? To answer a call, what does it mean? To pick up a call. So if the phone is ringing and I will tell somebody to answer the phone, please, what does it mean? To pick up the phone. Okay. Number 2, question number 2. You run the risk of dealing with an offended customer. Let's have a look at this. Let's say it again. You run the risk of dealing with an offended customer. What's the meaning of offended customer? Offended customer, maybe you did something impolite to him or something which he didn't like, so he became offended. He's about to claim that you are not dealing in a correct way with him. Okay, to deal or to talk with an offended customer, this is not something easy at all. Okay, so when I say you run the risk of dealing with an offended customer, it means your customer might become angry. Yes, of the way that you talk to, maybe. Okay, your customer might become angry. Okay, what to do in this case? We will see in the passage when we read. Okay. Question number 3, it says, replicate an issue. To replicate an issue, what does it mean? Do you think when I replicate an issue, this means to copy the issue to another issue? To copy? Is this the right action? No, as you can see, this is not a right answer. So what's the meaning of to replicate an issue? It means to make the same issue happen again. Replicate it. Make it happen again. Is this important here to make the issue happen again? Yes, with customer service or customer support section, yes, they tend to do this many times. Why? To check where is the problem. Okay, so what you will know more in the passage. So to replicate an issue, it means to make the same issue happen again. Question number 4, something you cannot live without. Something you cannot live without. What's that thing that you cannot live without? We will see in the passage. But what does it mean? We have a certain word that has similar meaning to this one. Is this incalculable? No, it's not incalculable. So what is the right answer? The right answer is indispensable. Okay, indispensable. Indispensable, this means it's something you cannot live without it. Okay, question 5. Do something that results in the customer being angry. Again, do something that results in the customer being angry. At the expense of customer satisfaction. Let's say it again. When I mean at the expense of customer satisfaction, يعني على حساب رضا الايه؟ الكاستمر، يعني العميل. Okay, this means to do something that results in the customer being angry. Okay, we don't have to do anything that results in the customer being angry, of course. Yes, because always you know that all customers or clients have the right, always, and this is a general rule that we all should follow, and we know it. Okay. Next, exercise 2 vocabulary. Let's read that. Read the sentences and put them into the correct order. So right now I'm going to order the sentences, okay? From most direct to least direct, using the sliding scale. So we have a sliding scale. Let me show it to you. This is the sliding scale that you can see. It starts from 1 and it ends at 6. Okay, so we will have to put all our questions or orders or sentences that we have in order, in the correct order. Okay, how? Start from the direct to the indirect. Okay. Okay, let's see. Sentence number 1 says, give me a remote access, please. Give me a remote access, please. What does it mean first? Remote access is that the customer support is asking the customer to let him access his computer from a distance. This is called remote access. Give me a remote access, please. Is that most direct or less direct or less until number 6 or the least direct? What do you think? Here I have a direct verb, give me. Okay, he didn't use any models, he didn't use anything, okay, to just make it indirect. He said, give me remote access, please. So this is number 1, most direct. Sentence number 2, it says, I would really appreciate it if I could get a video recording of the issue. Again, هنا استخدمنا ايه؟ I would really appreciate it if I could get a video recording of the issue. What do you think on the scale? Will it take 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? What do you think? It says, I would really appreciate it if I could get a video recording of the issue. Some people said this is number 3. What do you think is the correct answer? Wow, this is number 5. This is indirect one. I would really appreciate it. If you say that, this is least direct. Okay, it's not a direct one. And the least direct is always so polite. When you use the least direct one, it is a so polite form. Okay, so if I say I would really appreciate it if I could get a video recording, this is 5 on the scale. Okay, so next, let's see. When I say, could you tell us when was the first time you experienced this issue? Again, when you say to the customer, when you ask the customer, could you tell us when was the first time you experienced this issue? What do you think on the scale is it going to be? 2, 3, 4, or 6? Is it 2? No, because I started with could you tell us? Could you tell us? It will go to 4. This is again in the middle, you could say, not so direct one, or this is not the least direct one. Okay. Sentence 4, I need you to check your operating system. I need you to check your operating system. Okay, this is like it's not, I'm not using a model verb or anything like that. It started with, I mean, like, I need you to check your operating system straight away. Okay, so it's direct, of course. It's a direct one, so it takes number 2. I need you to, he ordered him or instructed him to do something directly without could you or may you do that or can I or I would appreciate it of something like that. Okay, so this will take 2 on the scale. What about sentence 5? It would be great, let's have a look at that. It would be great if this issue could be reproduced. So he needs to reproduce the issue again so that he can finds where is the problem, okay? So what do you think? It would be great if, this is highest in the least direct one, the least direct one. It would be great if this issue could be reproduced away from the customer. He's talking only about the issue to be reproduced in I mean, like, least direct. Okay, last one, can you reproduce this issue? I'm talking to the customer himself, if he can do this. Can you reproduce this issue? So this will take on the scale number 3, which is in the middle between the direct and the least direct one. Can you reproduce this issue? Why am I giving you this exercise, or why do we have this exercise? Because you have to know that we have degrees of how to express asking questions for the customers, with the direct way or the less direct and the least direct ways. So there are many ways that we can address when we are asking questions. Pay attention to this. I want you to practice this exercise so many times so that you can know how to ask the questions in different ways. This is very important one. Okay. Well, let's, before I start reading the passage, let's have a look at some more vocabulary, so it will help you to understand fully the passage. Okay. Again, as you can see, the title here is Asking Customers Questions. Okay. Okay. Well, the new vocabulary, the word investigate. Investigate. Investigate means when you're asking someone few things together at the same time, you will start to ask a set of questions. يعني يستجوب أو يتحرى عن. Okay, investigate. Ask about a certain problem or a certain issue. Okay. Next, provide with. Provide with. When I tell you, okay, can you provide me with the tools that I need? Or can you provide me with the information that I need? Okay, so provide with يعني يمد حد بمعلومات بأي شيء يمد بيه. Okay, provide with takes preposition with. Okay, expect. I didn't expect this problem to happen. يعني يتوقع. Expected. Well, it's not expected to come at all today. It's not expected that you will come today. Okay. مش من المتوقع. When I say set of questions, so the customer support has to ask a set of questions to the customer or to the client to know where is the problem. Okay, a set of questions يعني مجموعة أسئلة كده. Okay, not only one question, no, set of. Okay, when I say this is impossible, impossible, it means it cannot happen. Okay, what's the opposite of impossible? Possible. Without I am, you just omit I am, it will be possible, so it can happen. Okay. Device, we have many devices that we are using nowadays. Okay, now one of the devices is the computer, is a device. Okay, and well, working in your fields actually as customer support, engineering, and all of stuff like this, you only deal with devices, right or not? Okay, so version, a copy of, like, النسخة. Give me the latest version. Okay, what is the version of your application or your system or whatever. Okay, so version. Okay, you're not supposed to be here. مش من المفروض ان انت تكون موجود معنا هنا. You're not supposed to be here. Okay. Currently I am on a new job. يعني دلوقتي حاليا right now. Okay. Accuse of. Accuse of means to accuse someone of something, like you suspect him of something. يعني بتتهمه بشيء. Okay. I accuse that boy of stealing that something. Yes. Okay. Suspect is the same as this one. Okay. To suspect someone is that you doubt that he is the person that you're talking about. Okay. And we have when you're asking the customer the questions or many questions, you don't expect that he's going to give you definite answer. Maybe he doesn't know. Okay, so definite answer إجابة قاطعة. Okay. When I say concerning, I am talking to you concerning the customer problem, the customer's problem. Okay, بخصوص. So these were the words that I wanted you to share with me. So let's get back to our screen and okay, so let's read the text. Are you ready? Okay, always I asked you to print out, to have a print out of the reading passage, or at least to pen down the words that we are reading so that you will benefit as much as you can. Okay, so I'll start reading paragraph by paragraph and then I will clarify the whole meaning of that. Okay, so asking customers questions. When picking up a call, it's best to think of at least a few questions which will be helpful later on after the customer has disconnected so that we can try to find a solution. If a solution has not already been found, when our customers call, the information they provide us with is not always enough for us to investigate the case. However, we shouldn't expect the customers to know what information we need. During each call, it's best for us to start with a set of universal questions without which it might be impossible to begin the investigation. Okay, of course, first paragraph بيتكلم عن إنه that there are certain set of questions, and these questions I call them universal questions, and they are very important. We have to make sure, and whenever I pick the phone and receive any of the customers' call, I need to ask some questions before the call or the customer has disconnected. Why? Because actually I cannot investigate or I cannot know the case, what's happening in this case or the customer's case, unless I have some information. When the customer calls, he talks about his problem, but he doesn't know what information to give us. So we have to ask our questions, the questions that the customer support need to ask. Why? To know the information needed. Why? To resolve the problem or the case. Okay? So this is paragraph 1. Let's move to paragraph 2. Paragraph 2 says, what the customer will usually not tell you at the beginning of the conversation, but you need to know are the application and system details. Make sure to include questions such as اوكي. يبقى في الباراجراف الثاني بيقول لي انه لازم انا اضمن بعض الكويستشنز اللي انا هعرف بيها المعلومات اللي انا عايزها. الطريقة هتبقى ازاي؟ Let's see. Could you provide us with the exact version of your application? Would you mind checking your operating system version? Or on what device are you running this application? Occasionally, it may happen that the customer's answers will lead you to believe that they have called the wrong support line because they are not able to find the information you've asked for, or they claim that the options they are supposed to check don't seem to be available to them. If you suspect that a customer is contacting you about a problem with a different application, you may ask, are you sure that you are currently using application XXX, certain application, with this question? You need to be careful not to sound as if you are accusing the customer of being stupid. If that happens, you run the risk of dealing with an offended customer. You are not likely to receive a definite answer concerning the application. Okay. معناه ايه second paragraph? What do I mean by second paragraph? A second paragraph gave me some questions that I may ask the customer to know all the information that I need. Okay, and starting from line 4, occasionally it may happen that the customer's answers will lead you to believe that they have called the wrong support line. يعني ممكن انت يجيلك احساس انه الكاستمر ده بيقول لك لا انا خلاص مش عايز حاجة منك، خلاص انا why because maybe هو بيديك بعض الانفورميشن اللي بيحس ان هي مش مظبوطة because they are not able to find the information، مش عارفين هم ايه الإجابة بتاعتك وايه اللي انت عايزه، or that they claim that the options they are supposed to check don't seem to be available to them. خلاص هم مش عايزين منك حاجة، هم ولا حتى في مشكلة ولا هم مش عارفين لا يحددوا المشكلة ولا عارفين يدوك الأجوبة ولا الأنسرز ولا أي حاجة خالص. Okay, so if you suspect that a customer is contacting you about a problem with a different application, maybe هو بيبقى بيسألك على application تاني خالص. لو انت شكيت في حاجة زي كده you may ask، ممكن تسأله ازاي بقى، ايه الطريقة في السؤال؟ Are you sure that you are currently using application so and so؟ اسأله كده، قول له هو انت متأكد ان انت currently حاليا using application كذا؟ With this question you need to be careful. لازم ابقى حريص جدا وانا بسأل السؤال ده. ليه؟ لان هيبقى شكله ان انا I'm accusing him، انا بتهمه ان هو ايه he's being stupid، انت بتفهمش. ف if that happens، لو ده حصل انت هنا حطيت نفسك في الخطر. ليه؟ you run the risk of dealing with an offended customer. لو الكاستمر حس منك ان انت بتحسسه ان هو مش فاهم حاجة، اوكي، هنا انت معناها you run the risk of dealing with an offended customer. customer ده هيبقى offended وهيضايقك and you are not likely to receive a definite answer، ومش هتاخد رد قاطع concerning the application، مش هيرد عليك. اوكي. Next paragraph. It's essential for us to know the exact moment the client notices the issue. We can ask, Could you tell us when you first experienced this issue? Only then will we know if this is a temporary problem related to our company's recent activities or an issue that customer has neglected for some time and is possibly linked slowly to their account. It's also important to check whether the issue can be replicated. So questions like, do you experience this issue each time? Or can you reproduce this issue? Should also be included in the basic questions list. Okay. يبقى ايه هي الليست of questions اللي احنا ممكن نضيف لها بعض الأسئلة التانية. Okay, and of course طبعا whenever we want to investigate and know where is the problem and what's the issue about, it's essential, يعني it's very important to know exact moment the client notes the issue. لازم أعرف إمتى أول مرة نلاحظ فيها الإيشو دي اللي حاصلة دي. Okay, فلازم نسأله السؤال ده. Could you tell us when you first experienced this issue? يعني when it happened with you, when you experienced the issue. Okay. هنا في النقطة دي هنعرف منها إنه whether this is temporary problem، يعني temporary problem related to our company's recent activities، يعني حاجة بس طارئة كده، يعني ليها علاقة بالcompany's activities، بالactivities بتاعت الشركة بتاعتنا، or an issue that customer has neglected، أو هي issue كانت موجودة من قبل كده من زمان والcustomer neglected وكده. Okay, it's also important to check whether the issue can be replicated. ممكن أعمل الissue دي مرة تانية. Replicated, it happens as the same as the first time. So أسأله بإيه؟ أقول له إيه؟ Do you experience this issue each time? كل مرة بتحصل لك. Do you experience this issue each time? كل مرة بتعمل نفس الموضوع بيحصل نفس الissue. Or can you reproduce this issue? Should also be included. يبقى هي دي الأسئلة اللي أنا بسألها. Next paragraph or last paragraph. It often happens that just listening to the customer describing the problem is not enough. Seeing exactly what happens might be indispensable in order to fully understand the problem and find a solution. In this case, we should ask, would you mind giving me remote access? I would like to reproduce the problem you're experiencing. Sometimes the customer will refuse. After all, it's never a comfortable situation when someone can do whatever they want on our computer, even if they are doing it to help us. If the client refuses to grant access, it's best to simply ask them, could you try to reproduce this issue on your computer and send us the recording? Or you can say, I would really appreciate it if you would send us the recording of each step you take before experiencing this issue. Of course, the paragraph ده معناه ايه? It often happens that just listening to the customer describing the problem is not enough. مش كافي ابدا ان انا اسمع الكاستمر او الكلاينت هو بيتكلم على البروبلم, but simply I have to ask my own questions اللي هتوصلني للاجابه على البروبلم او الايشو بتاعتي اللي هتخليني اعرفها, whether ان انا I have to ask the customer انه to give me a remote access, ان انا access من عندي من بعيد. If he said no, if he refused, it's one of his rights. Maybe some people will say no, you cannot access from a remote, okay, a remote access. but actually ask him in another way, is that tell him, can you try to reproduce this issue on your computer and then send me the recording. If he refused to give you the remote access, ask him is that he could reproduce it again, the same issue, and send the recording of each step. Okay. This way you might know or investigate how can you reach your issue. Okay. آخر سطرين. In any case, على أي حال, the most important thing is to get all the information necessary in order to solve the problem. Though of course not all the expense of customer satisfaction, and the sooner we can solve the problem, the happier the customer will be. Of course, طبعا, the sooner we help the problem, the happier the customer will be. كل ما حلينا أسرع, كل ما كان الكاستمر well satisfied. Okay. Let's come to the exercise. Okay, exercise. Select which statement agrees with the text A, B, or neither or neither of them. Let's see question 1. It's important to prepare questions for customers because. So, who remembers, مين مننا فاكر, why is it important to prepare questions for customers? Why? Because, let's see. Let's guess the right answer. A, it's polite to start with a set of universal questions. B, they don't always supply all the information necessary. What do you think? Let's choose B. What do you think? Excellent. الإجابة دي معناها إنه طبعا الكاستمرز مش دايما supply أو provide the customer support with all the information necessary or important. Okay. Question number 2, it says, if a customer says that certain options are not available to them, it's because. خليني أقول السؤال تاني. If a customer says that certain options are not available to them, it's because they might need a different support line. ولا B, they don't know the operating system well enough to find them. ولا neither of them. What do you think? أنا سامعة ناس منكم بتجاوب صح. ها، إيه رأيكم؟ If a customer says that that certain options are not available to them, ليه الكلام ده؟ لأنه A, they might need different support line, ولا they don't know the operating system well enough to find them, or neither. Let's try this one and see. Oh, it's incorrect. What do you think? Okay, they might need a different support line. Okay. Next, question number 3. Knowing the exact moment an issue occurs. احنا اتفقنا انه كلمة occurs يعني happen, يعني يحدث. Knowing the exact moment an issue occurs helps the support agent to determine if it's a problem caused by the company or the customer. ولا B, helps the support agent log the problem in the correct place in the system. ولا neither of them. ايه رأيكم؟ هديكوا ثانية كده تفكروا، بصوا على الإجابات تاني، ويلا نحاول نشوف مين اللي هيجاوب صح. سمع ناس بتجاوب ايه، خلينا نجرب ايه. What do you think? Excellent, very good، برافو علينا. Okay, يبقى knowing the exact moment an issue occurs helps the support agent to determine if it's a problem caused by the company or the customer. Question number 4. An agent might ask for remote access to the customer's computer because being able to see the problem is not enough, or B, in order to prove the customer wrong. What do you think? Again نقرا السؤال تاني. An agent اللي هو في ال customer support ask for remote access to the customer's computer. ليه؟ Because being able to see the problem is not enough, ولا in order to prove the customer wrong. What do you think? Let's see whether this is correct or not. Incorrect. Okay, what do you think? Excellent. Yes, neither of them. طبعا ولا ده ولا ده. An agent might ask for remote access. يبقى الايجنت بيسأل على remote access او ان هو يأكسس من بعيد. ليه؟ علشان because being able to see the problem is not enough. لا طبعا اكيد مش صح. ولا كمان عشان يثبت ان الكاستمر wrong. لا دي اجابة صحيحة ولا دي. Question number 5. Why might a customer refuse to grant remote access to an agent? ليه ساعات الكاستمرز ما بيبقوش عايزين يدوا الريموت access للايجنت؟ A. The customer doesn't have remote access privileges. ولا the customer doesn't want the agent to reproduce the problem. ولا neither of them. What do you think? Of course, yes. Very good. Okay. Number 6. What is the author's advice when asking questions? author اتفقنا ان كلمة author يعني writer، يعني اللي كاتب الباسج او اللي اخترع كل الموضوع دوت. ايه هو الادفايس بتاعته؟ What's the author's advice when asking questions؟ لما نيجي نسأل الأسئلة في الكاستمر سبورت سيكشن المفروض نعمل ايه؟ It's important to obtain the necessary information at all costs. ولا B, it's important to be sensitive because it's easy to offend the customers. What do you think? Of course. It's important to be sensitive. لازم دايما نبقى مع الكاستمرز sensitive جدا because it's easy to offend the customers. Okay? So this is the reading section. We finished the reading section, and immediately after the reading section, we go for the listening section. Are you ready for the listening section? Okay. Listening section is about going the extra mile again. Section 2, listening, going the extra mile. What do I mean by going the extra mile? Let's see. Before I start the listening, again, we will have to know some vocabulary that will help us to listen easily. Okay. So, exercise 1, listening. Select the correct answer option that means the same as each sentence. Okay, let's have a look at question number 1. They have no need to be concerned. they have no need to be concerned. What does it mean? It means they should not be worried. They shouldn't be worried. It means they are not concerned in the whole thing, okay? So why to worry? They don't have to worry because they are not concerned here, okay? It's not about them. Number 2, question 2. You had a difficult day due to the global issue. You had a difficult day due to the global issue. Due to هي هنا الكلمة due to يعني إيه due to؟ Let's see. Your day was difficult because of. So due to is equal to because of the global issue, okay? Question number 3. Our engineering team is working tirelessly to fix the issue. Again, tirelessly. What's the meaning of working tirelessly to fix the issue? It means that the engineering team is working very hard. So the word tirelessly means very hard. Okay? Question 4. I'll get on it right away. Again, I'll get on it right away. What's the meaning of I'll get on it? It means I will do what you want immediately. Right now, I'll do it. I'll work on the issue now. I'll work on the problem now. Okay? So it means again, I'll get on. I'll get on it. I'll get on it right away. Question 5. The engineering team is working at full speed. Again, the engineering team is working at full speed. Okay. So what's the meaning of working at full speed? It means that the team cannot work any harder. He cannot work any harder, okay? This is the maximum for the team. They cannot do anything more than this, okay? At full speed. Tips, okay? What is the difference between a global issue and a local issue? Let's see if the customer support section are talking about these two things, global issue and local issue. What's the difference between them? When I say it's a global issue, it means is that this is a type of problem with a service or application which negatively impacts many users in various countries, not in one country, not in your place only, not in your space only, no, in many countries, okay, various countries or many countries, okay. But what about the local issue? The local issue, a local issue concerns a large group of users using the same region within the same region, okay, like for example, like all users who experience it are from the same country. So if we are all having the same difficulty, like the same issue is happening to all of us and we are in the same place, this is a local issue, okay? But when it's actually, again, it's a problem with a service or application which negatively impacts many users in many countries, this is something global. Okay, have you heard or have you known the difference between global and local? Global in many countries, local in the same country here. Okay. Let's right now. Are you ready for listening? Right now, we'll go for listening. And let's see. First of all, every time listening means is that we should know who are the speakers and what is the issue about or what are they talking about. So let's start listening. Are you ready? Do you have your headphones ready with you? Okay, let's start. Let's adjust the speakers first and let's see. Okay, I got it. Okay, start.
I know that you had a difficult day due to the global issue we've been experiencing, so I wanted to thank you for going the extra mile today. I can assure you that our engineering team is working tirelessly to fix the issue.
Not a problem at all. I'm very happy to help. I know the engineering team is working at full speed. My friend Jan is a member of that team, and he told me that they should be close to a solution very soon. But if I understand correctly, we don't yet know the possible date when this issue will be resolved, do we?
Actually, I have some news regarding that. I was told a few minutes ago that it's very likely all users will regain full access to their files by tomorrow noon.
Oh, wow, that's great news. So we can go back to normal soon. Is there a risk that some of the files were deleted or damaged?
No, there is no risk. Please keep in mind to emphasize this to our customers. They have no need to be concerned about their files. Tomorrow, everything should work exactly as it did before.
Okay, I'll do that. Can I inform our customers that the solution will be provided tomorrow, or should we wait in case of any further delays?
I think you should contact them immediately. This issue has affected too many of our customers. We've been on a roll for the past few months, and it would be disappointing if this problem damaged the company's reputation, so we need to act fast.
I'll get on it right away.
Okay, very good. Let's identify the speakers first. So who are the speakers? I have how many speakers are there? Yes, I can hear you. You are saying right. I have two speakers, a woman and a man. Okay. Anybody could identify what's the problem about? What are they talking about? What is the woman telling the man? Let's start listening from the beginning and try to get the correct answer.
I know that you had a difficult day due to the global issue we've been experiencing, so I wanted to thank you for going the extra mile today.
Okay, so what are they experiencing? The woman is thanking the man because they've been like involved in something. What is that? Yes, the global issue. Do you remember when we said the global issue? So all of them were busy with the global issue that was happening. So all of them were so busy on that. Okay.
Assure you that our engineering team is working tirelessly.
Okay, so she's trying to assert or to make sure that the team, their team is working tirelessly. It means that the local team are working very hard, okay, to fix this problem.
Problem at all. I'm very happy to help. I know the engineering team is working at full speed. My friend Jan is a member of that team, and he told me that they should be close to a solution very soon. But if I understand correctly, we don't yet know the possible date when this issue will be resolved, do we?
Actually, I have.
Okay. What did the man say? He said that he knows that the engineering team is working at full speed. Do you remember full speed? It means that they are doing their best they cannot do anything more than what they are doing. Yes? Okay. And he's saying that one of his friends is a member of the team and he knows that they are busy working hard on the problem. Okay. But here the man asked one thing. What do you think? Let's hear it again, please. Try to see what the man was inquiring about.
Solution very soon. But if I understand correctly, we don't yet know the possible date when this issue will be resolved, do we?
Actually, I have some news regarding that.
Okay, the man was asking about what? Yes, some people got it. Very good. He was asking about if they know an exact date for or a possible date when this issue will be resolved. He wants to know whether they can say a possible date for the issue to be resolved. What about the woman? What did she say?
I was told a few minutes ago that it's very likely all users will regain full access to their files by tomorrow noon.
Oh, wow. That's great news.
Okay, so when it will be resolved, she said that she got news that that all users will regain full access, will have back. Regain means to have back. What? Full access to their files. By when? When did you hear it? Yes, of course, exactly. Tomorrow noon. Okay.
So we can go back to normal soon. Is there a risk that some of the files were deleted or damaged?
No, there is no risk. Please keep in mind to emphasize this to our customers.
Okay, so the man was asking about what? About the files, the customer files. Any of the files will be deleted or damaged. But the woman said, no, 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 no risk. All the files will be secured. Please tell all the customers, don't worry about that.
Have no need to be concerned about their files. Tomorrow, everything should work exactly as it did before.
Okay, I'll do that. Can I inform our customers that the solution will be provided tomorrow, or should we wait in case of any further delays?
I think you should contact them immediately. This issue has affected too many of our customers. We've been on a roll for the past few months, and it would be disappointing if this problem damaged the company's reputation, so we need to act fast.
I'll get on it right away.
Okay, so, okay, the woman was saying that there is no risk, just ensure to all customers that all their files are secured. But the man said, can I inform all the customers right away that everything is going to be solved, or shall I wait? But the woman said, no, 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 right away, immediately do this. I mean, like this issue can be very harmful, can be very bad, impactless on our customers because actually we are on the run. Do you know the meaning of like we are on a roll for the past few months? On the roll, we are successful. We are doing great the last period of time, and we don't need anything bad that happens and it has a bad effect on our company. So announce uh, as quickly as you can that everything will be back by tomorrow noon. Okay, I hope you understood the listening. Let's get to the question and let's read question number 1. Listen to the conversation and select the correct answer option to complete each sentence. Question number 1, that the agent, let's choose, worked harder than usual today ولا didn't have a difficult day today ولا walked an extra mile today ولا had a difficult week. What do you think? أنهي إجابة صحيحة؟ Let's try this one. Let's see. Excellent. Very good. So the woman says that the agent worked harder than usual today. Very hard. Okay. Number two. Question number two. The man believes they don't know when the issue will be resolved ولا the issue cannot be resolved ولا the team is working at half speed or the issue will be resolved tomorrow afternoon. What do you think? أيوة أيوة في ناس بتحل صح جدا. What do you think is the correct answer? Let's see. Very good. Yes, the man believes they don't know when the issue will be resolved. That's why he was asking the woman, which is the manager, could you tell, do you know a possible date? فاكرين الجزء ده لما سألها قال لها is there a possible date that she could tell us when the issue will be resolved? فطبعا ده معناه ان هو he doesn't know when. Okay, and he's asking her. Question number 3. The man wants to know how they can reduce the risk of damage ولا if customer data has been destroyed ولا what the great news is ولا when they can go back to normal. What do you think is the correct answer? The man wants to know. كان عايز يعرف ايه؟ نفكر كده تاني. Okay, so what's the correct answer? What do you think? Yes, very good. The man wants to know, كان عايز يعرف if customer data has been destroyed. هو سألها قال لها ايه؟ قال لها what about the customer's files? Are they deleted or destroyed? And then she told him no risk at all. فاكرين؟ يبقى هو فعلا كان عايز يعرف if customer data has been destroyed. customer data اللي هي الفايلز. Question number 4. It says the woman says that the company المرة دي بقى الwoman. The woman says that the company has damaged its reputation ولا has had a lot of success recently ولا has acted fast ولا has done nothing positive recently. What do you think? What do you think? فاكرين لما قلت لكم on a roll يعني they made great success. Okay, and that's the last question of the listening part. And of course, you know, after reading and listening, we take a break for 10 minutes and we get back with the grammar section. And let's take a break for 10 minutes and let's meet after the break.